I created this account for one reason, to express the pure, unadulterated disdain I feel for the absolute slop that is Whistle 2026. This isn't just a bad horror film, it is an unforgivable sin that should be smothered in resin and dropped into the deepest trenches of the ocean. My rage began with Dean's death. The idiotic logic used to justify it was insulting. The writers clearly tried to make him as unlikable as possible just to justify giving him the most gruesome, pathetic death in the movie, a death that the other protagonists, those atrocious arachnids, didn't even bother to acknowledge. While the deaths of characters like Gracie or the teachers were at least mentioned on the news or in a church, Dean, one of the only black characters with actual screen time, was treated as a disposable prop. They tried so hard to make me hate him that I ended up liking him more than the leads. Then there is the writing by Owen Egerton. Why on earth would the protagonist, Cries, try to stop her own cousin, Rel, from saving himself, only to turn around and risk everything for Ellie, a woman she's known for exactly 1 week? The film tries to force a deep emotional connection through trauma dumping and a post-trauma kiss, completely ignoring the years of history and support Rel provided. The movie asks us to care more about a 24-hour-old smile and the person who actually understood Cries. The dialogue was equally laughable. When the characters ask, "What if we don't want to die?" and an old woman replies, "Then you never should have been born at all." I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. It was a desperate attempt to be deep and ominous that landed with the thud of a wet paper towel. Even Rel's character arc was a mess, pulling a complete 180-degree turn into crazy just because the plot demanded it. By the end, I was actively rooting against Cries and Ellie. I wanted Rel, Dean, and Gracie to live. They were the only ones who felt like actual human beings. I honestly believe that if I recorded myself having a slow bowel movement, it would be more highly anticipated and better reviewed on Rotten Tomatoes than this film. I'm going to go cleanse my eyes by watching the Emoji Movie now. At least that slop has the decency to know what it is. Justice for Dean, justice for Rel, and justice for Gracie. My heart is full of hatred, and I mean every word.